The Daddy Letters Series. Season 3. Letter 47. The Engagement Announcement.
Dear Dad, I am very pleased that you and Mom are happy about my intentions to ask Rule for his daughter's hand in marriage. She and I have not traveled smooth or straight roads into each other's lives, but I am happy that whatever roads we travel in the future, we will travel together. It has not been a storybook courtship, but I am excited about the opportunity to write an epic tale of Christian love together with her in the years to come. I pray that our marriage will be as glorifying to God as yours and Mom's, and my future in-laws. I pray that we experience the kind of matrimonial fulfillment that marks your two marriages. My future wife and I were talking a few days ago about our journey to the altar, and what we realized is that our courtship has been a group enterprise, because without our parents, we might not have found each other. And even after finding each other, we might not have stayed together. She and I are happy that our parents have been intimately involved in the evolution of our relationship, watching us, holding us accountable, advising, warning, teaching, and cheerleading. The lessons you and Rule taught me about the importance of preserving and honoring good traditions was not at all lost on us, and we intend to incorporate every lovely Christian marital tradition possible into our engagement and wedding as we can. Because we understand the psychic significance and spiritual meaning many of those traditions carry. I don't have to know all the science in my tetanus shot to benefit from taking one. The science is built into the vaccine just as value is built into good marriage and wedding traditions, and the benefits they carry are naturally derived from partaking in both. Dad, we want those invisible blessings, known and unknown, that are embedded in those traditions to accrue to our marital bond. One thing I have learned from people like you is that often principle-driven powers in the unseen realm are activated by the rituals and acts performed in the seen world, and these unseen powers exert a shaping force upon our souls and our physical reality. For example, the ritual of water baptism enlivens the spirit, saves the soul, clears the conscience, and initiates a life as a disciple. Therefore, my bride-to-be and I are going to stick with traditional betrothal customs, traditional wedding vows, traditional attire, and so forth. She even decided her dress will be off-white instead of pure white. I will also be formally asking her father for her hand in marriage. Though not wrong, we believe this modern trend of creative custom marriage vows, getting married in unusual places such as underwater while scuba diving, wearing novel outfits, and so on, though well-intended, diminishes the sense of holiness and dignity that should accompany a ceremony that ratifies a three-way covenant between a couple and the holy God. Everyone has to decide for themselves, and this is how we have decided. We want angels to be comfortable attending. These are just a few of the marriage traditions we intend to honor. We are still researching the Christian traditions of marriage and will allow our discoveries to drive our plans. I know that all of this tradition stuff will mean very little to anyone else but us, our parents, and God. But that is the highest and holiest company we could hope for. If you have any tips for me as I put my speech together for my girlfriend's father, I am all ears, because I want to do this right, with love and undying respect. Your love-struck and considerably nervous son,
Dear son, I am honored that you continue to trust your old dad enough to ask my advice, especially on life-critical matters of the heart. So I will give you my best thoughts on whatever subjects you wish. I will start by telling you that asking a father for his daughter's hand in marriage has become so cliché. Very few young men really understand what it is they are asking for when they do it, and some don't even bother. They treat the act as if it is only a box to be checked on the way to the altar, but there is deep embedded meaning in this ancient tradition. Therefore, I am very pleased you decided to honor the tradition. Many young men and women who are products of postmodernism shuck this tradition and simply announce their plans to marry, whether or not they receive the blessing of their parents. I get accused of being old-fashioned and clinging to meaningless traditions and rituals, and my response is that I am not old-fashioned. I am ancient. As ancient as the principles God laced into the fabric of reality, as ancient as the scriptures that reveal God to us, and as ancient as truth itself. Therefore, without apology, I still cling to the importance of asking a father for his daughter's hand in marriage. A tradition is not outmoded just because it is old. Many ancient traditions still preserve, transmit, and endow us with their payload of beneficial blessings. I love this quote from Gustav Mahler, which captures this very notion. He said, "Tradition is not the worship of ashes, but the preservation of fire." I posit that there is much fire to preserve in the traditions surrounding the process of a man and a woman becoming one in Christ through marriage. There is fire worth preserving in traditional wedding vows, and as well in the tradition of asking a father for his daughter's hand in marriage. When you ask a man for his daughter's hand in marriage, you are asking him to trust you to care for and protect a priceless jewel he mined, polished, and protected for years. His daughter is bone of his bone and flesh of his flesh. Her very existence symbolizes the love between he and his wife, and she is one through whom he still lives on this earth after he dies. You are asking him to align with you, your vision for the future, your plans, and the direction of a family unit you intend to establish in partnership with his daughter. When you marry a woman, you marry her whole family, and she yours. That is why there is so much value in receiving the blessings of both families for your marriage. You will be asking Rule to ratify you as a man of worth and potential, and to cheerlead you into further manly development. But you are also asking him to hold you accountable as a man for being a godly husband to his daughter. You are asking Rule for his goodwill and for his constant prayers and counsel. You are asking him in advance to forgive you when you make mistakes that harm his daughter, and you will, but also to celebrate with you when you get it right. You are asking him to hold his daughter accountable to being a submissive, loving wife, and eventually a nurturing, loving mother. You are asking him to not side with his daughter against you when she disagrees with you, just because she is his daughter, but rather to remain objective and trust that you have her best interest at heart, even when he also disagrees with you. And trust me, that can be a lot to ask of a father-in-law or a mother-in-law. You are asking him and his wife to be available when you have need for everything from financial assistance to babysitting. You are asking him and his wife to prepare to have their lives significantly changed as they release their daughter to you and become part of your life with their daughter. I could keep going on, but I think I have given you enough things to consider so that you can meditate on your own upon what it means to ask a father for his daughter's hand in marriage. In your discoveries, you will also discover how best to approach your father and how to word your ask. With love and high esteem, your proud father.